Nostalgia is a weird mixture of emotions and it permeates us sometimes, causing us to do things that we may not normally do out of nostalgia. With CS2 releasing, CSGO and its decade worth of skins are now in the past. So this video is going to be a sort of discussion on how nostalgia could affect skin prices as we go forward, if at all. We'll get into that after a word from our sponsor, Skin Auctions. The sponsor for today's video is Skin Auctions. Skin Auctions is a great way to spice up your normal buying and selling process, mostly because you can literally get skins on here for 90% off. No, actually, this happens all the time. I was surprised too. I know that sounds suspicious, but I actually know the people behind this. It's fully legit. So here's how it works. First, you want to head over to the free bids page, and you can go ahead and collect daily free bids. If you're one of the first, you can use this code for a little bonus, or you can do some easy tasks to get free bids. After that, you'll want to head over to the deposit page so you can start bidding. There's quite a few different deposit options, including CSGO items. Once you get topped up, you can head over to the auctions page to pick out some items that you want to bid on. You can either bid normally once the auction starts, or you can use a feature called Bidmo. Bidmo lets you automate your bids on items, so you can go to the upcoming auction section and use Bidmo if you're not going to be there for the actual auction. You can get all kinds of things, liquid skins or even some knives, so it's definitely worth checking out Skin Auctions using my link in the description below. So I made a video a while back basically talking about the psychology of skin investing and why people want to do it. And I believe now that we head into CS2, nostalgia is one of those psychological responses that we may see affecting the market. The main point here is that a lot of skins in CSGO were extremely iconic. Look at, for example, the Dragon Lore or the Howl, which appear in tons of artwork and are generally seen by the community as these amazing iconic skins. It's rare that a skin reaches that level, but things that are iconic from the past is a perfect recipe for them to become nostalgic. If you're a 2000s kid, you may recognize things like Pillow Pets, for example, or the Fushigi Ball, both very iconic things from that era, and you probably have some level of nostalgia for them. That was only about 20 years ago, and at this point, CSGO's release is about a decade old as well, so it's definitely getting up there in the amount of years, which is why I want to bring this discussion to the table. So to give you a more direct example of how nostalgia can affect prices, for me at least, Boston 2018 is a really important and big year. Although it's not that long ago, it was the first time that a North American team had won a major in CSGO, and there were massive, super iconic plays during that major, like Stewie's Inferno B-site hold. Because of how iconic this event was, I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I find myself being drawn to souvenir skins, for example, that represent those moments and that event, making me and other people more likely to spend higher amounts of money on it. For a more casual player that's been in the skin scene for a very long time, they may rate certain skins from the old days of CSGO that were more iconic back then a lot more highly. Stuff like Stat Trek Factor New Crimson Web Bayonets, Dragon Lores of course, Howls, Karambit Fades. Fire and Ices is another example. There was a very iconic video from Anomaly that was about Fire and Ices, so a lot of people in the skin scene share that sort of memory. And these are all skins that have gained this level of notoriety, hype, and nostalgia, which could all be factors for people being more willing to spend higher amounts of money on them, which is one of the main reasons why Dragon Lores are $10,000 in factory new, and why Dreps lost $30,000 on his Howl investment. Okay, that's a little bit more of a joke. Sorry, Dreps. You're a cool dude. Anyway, my point is, as time has gone on, we've seen the market respond more heavily to these iconic items and to the things that people have more nostalgia for. So now that CSGO's era is over, but these skins still exist in the market, it's possible there could be some old style skins that people have preferences for. On the lower tier side of things, one skin that I personally have a lot of nostalgia for is the AK Jungle Spray. Kind of a weird pick, but for some reason this skin kind of just screams old CSGO skin, and I really like that about it. The AK Predator, for example, another one from a long time ago, that boasts a pretty substantial price history, and despite, in many people's opinions, better AKs costing less money. Another big one is the AK Redline, which is so beloved that it became pretty much the most liquid skin in the entire game. It's a pinnacle for allowing people to use it as a store of value, and many people over the years have experienced the Redline's glory for themselves. Now, although nostalgia investing is definitely a new concept that really I'm the only one talking about, there is substantial evidence and market history here that makes me keep an eye on these type of skins. So I wanted to bring it up in a video and get your guys' thoughts on this kind of weird niche area of investing. With new content updates in CS2, it's possible that we get older players back into the game, and those players could gravitate towards some of those older skins, rather than newer popular skins like the print streams. But at the end of the day, this is still a very theoretical concept, just something that I wanted to kind of have a discussion about and get your guys' thoughts on. So leave me a comment on what you think. Is this potentially a new secret strategy? And as always, thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like on it. Helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Subscribe to the channel for the best CS2 investing videos anywhere else on YouTube. Be sure to check out my Discord server and my Twitter with links below. I can answer all your questions completely for free as long as I have time. And be sure to check out Skin Auctions. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Peace.